New product announcement, how to keep from living with your kids in a few years. Top 25 for the year, top 25 for June. Non-reporters going on product holds sooner rather than later. Are you bulking products legally in your state? Don't mess with Texas and more. Today is Friday, June 18th, and this is PWLC. Well, I just got back from stops in Chicago, Dallas, Charlotte, North Carolina this past week, and while I was gone, Interim Director of Purchasing and Distribution, Jeremy Schweier, has been busy working on new product introductions of 4 brand new products that we are confident will be absolutely smoking hot in your center. These products have been designed to work with and include, and they're available. You want to load up fast. And although we're confident we won't go into a back order situation anytime soon, you never know who's going to blow the doors out with those products. So order early and order often. Stay tuned to PWLC News for even more details. Have college-age children that you might be living with in the future? Well, MARIELLEN recently wrote, I'm leaving at 0:30 on Saturday to fly to Seattle to board a cruise to Alaska Sunday until the following Sunday, flying back to Scranton on Monday the 28th. Maybe the last real family vacation for a while. Melissa graduated Memorial Day weekend with her degree in human resources and started her full-time job in human resources on June 1st. Bridget graduates from the Pennsylvania College of Medicine, graduates the last weekend in July in forensic medicine, and has been offered a commission as an intelligence officer in the good old U.S. Navy. Hard to believe we wished her well only a few years ago at a national meeting, and I remember that. In fact, we had a PCOM alumni congratulate her on her acceptance into that program. Her stepbrother is serving as a Navy JAG lawyer currently in Japan, hence the Pacific vacation destination. As I write this, and here's the important part, all made possible by my being a franchisee of PWLC. No kidding. All of them loan-free for undergrad studies. If we had to pay for grad school, we'd be living with them in the future. I keep telling him, think how Grandma lived with us for 15 years. They'd have to play rock, paper, scissors to see who would get us. Everyone that owns a center has a different motivation for what they want to achieve, and this is just one example. So here's to the dreams and aspirations of all of our franchisees. And one way to achieve those dreams is to do well in your center. Let's take a look at the top 25 year-to-date, the top 25 for June so far. Here are your top 25 year-to-date. Port St. Lucie, Melbourne, this is in reverse order. Port St. Lucie, Melbourne, Winter Garden, Coral Springs, Eau Claire, Mansfield, Lexington, Gainesville, Lincoln North, Davie, Zanesville, Lincoln South, Baltimore, Okeechobee, Charleston, Onalaska, Allentown, Parma Heights, Strongsville, Clarksville, Pensacola, Fairfax, Manassas, Scranton, and Miami is number 1. Those are your year-to-date top 25 rankings. Here are your top 25 rankings for June so far. Barbersville, West Virginia, brand new center. Lexington, Columbus 538. Beckley, Willoughby Hills, Lincoln North, St. Andrews, Mansfield, Canton, Allentown, Beechwood, Cantonment, brand new center as well. Port St. Lucie, Eau Claire, Plantation, and remember, Port St. Lucie their whole anchor store has been smashed, and they're still putting up some good numbers. Eau Claire, Plantation, Zanesville, Lincoln South is in the top 10. Way to go, Karen and Brian. Okeechobee, Winter Garden, way to go, Sam, new center there as well. Parma Heights, Gainesville, Melbourne, who's on the rebound. They are really throwing some big numbers up there lately. Good job, Melbourne. Strongsville is in the top 3. Manassas is number 2. And Dr. Susan Malzoni is number 1 in Fairfax, Virginia. Great job to everybody. Now, as noted in the headline, centers that fail to report sales in a timely fashion are going to be put on product hold moving forward. All franchisees will be receiving notification by mail, but here is your heads up. All centers, including flat fee centers, will be required to report weekly gross sales figures within 5 business days at the conclusion of each week, or will be put on product hold effective July 1st of this year. Although the overwhelming majority of centers comply with the request, there are a sufficient number of centers that do not, that have resulted in this step being taken. A provision in all franchise agreements allow us to take this step, and unfortunately, I have to act on it. The failure to provide us with a key item indicator such as weekly sales dramatically impacts the ordering and delivery cycle of our products, and I'm sure you all agree that you don't want to be the one of the few failing to report that causes a backorder product and the loss of center revenues not only at your center but at other centers. This step is being taken to avoid requiring all centers to purchase and implement a point-of-sale system to capture this data, which is also a provision in everyone's franchise agreement. So, just in case you missed it, all you have to do is send an email to reports@pwlc.com noting your city location, your center number, and your total gross sales for the previous week by the close of business the following week. No attachments, no spreadsheets, no QuickBook reports, no financials, just a simple email sent to reports@pwlc.com noting your city location, your center number, and your total gross sales for the previous week by the close of business the following Friday. That's it. Now, on a better note, the sales year to date for some same-store sales, centers that were open at least a year as of their last reporting week, are 6% higher than last year, and we're still missing a ton of sales data for May and June. I can only imagine how good the numbers are going to be and how good the network is doing if we had all the current sales data, because some of the higher producing centers are missing data as well. One of the reasons I would imagine centers are doing better this year is because of it as a direct result of what happened at the March meetings. At those meetings, the top 3 franchisees addressed how they bulk product for a client. In other words, sell them enough product or all the product they need for the duration of a weight loss program. Well, I had our corporate counsel do some thorough research on the matter because President and founder Chuck Sakaris presented some legitimate concerns about the need for a potential bond to be posted in some states to enable the bulk selling approach. Our attorney has determined, based on researching each state, that our enrollment agreement classification allows for bulk sales only up to the maximum duration of a weight loss program. In other words, you can sell a client enough product to sustain the duration of a 16-week program, but not enough product to cover time in excess of their program. For more information, please contact your local legal counsel or give me a call and I'll try to steer you in the right direction. Well, I had another great week in Texas this week. I'm really beginning to feel like a Texan after spending nearly a month in Texas this year. In fact, I've been in Texas almost as much as I've been home so far this year. Anyway, I had a great week with Tori, Jim, Heather, Maria, and Sheena in the Dallas location. They're in the process of opening 8 centers and are well on their way to getting those up and running. While visiting the center, I was reminded of the importance of following the staff recruiting guide and advertising recommendations that all franchisees have been provided. Jim Halpine is doing an excellent job at ensuring all those steps are being followed to ensure maximum results, and his manager, Heather Oliver, is also actively participating in following the correct staff recruitment protocol to maximize revenue opportunities as the center prepares for their official grand opening. By the way, congratulations to Heather, who sold the center's first client or new program right after I left this week. So be sure to get caught up on all of the last week's all of last week's PWLC episodes. And for a few of you, it may be worthy of watching it a second, maybe even a third time, because it'll provide you with the opportunity to more effectively implement some new tools that may be new to your center. And for those of you waiting on a return phone call, well, I've been held hostage by United Airlines and U.S. Airways. I should have everybody's calls returned and caught up by the close of business today. That's your wrap up. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll talk to you on Monday.